Welcome back to 23-Minute Reads with me, Maya D. This is kind of like my virtual book club because in these 5-minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, that is Teaching to Transgress by Bell Hooks. As a part of the 23 to 23 challenge, I'm reading 23 minutes per day, every day, as an action of self-love, as an investment in myself, and as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever-changing world. Hoping that you will join me along in this journey by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and dropping some comments down there in that comment section so that there's an actual dialogue going on. Having in mind that while I have several decades of experience as an educator, performer, and researcher, I'm not the know-all be-all for this book. I'm simply providing a space for dialogue. Well, this week I read pages 111 through 150, and here are my 3 takeaways. Takeaway number 1 is options. Transparency leaves space for options. In a transparent conversation between some potential students and Bell Hooks, they discuss their interests, their experiences, and possible course content. Students actually initiate a private reading course that allows them to explore Black feminist readings, and I feel like this only took place because of that transparent conversation between the students and the instructor. It created an opportunity for the students to demonstrate mutual responsibility in their education. It is my belief that because the students initiated this conversation and this option, there was a certain level of investment from the students that allowed them to have a certain level of intimacy where they could discuss their fears, their dreams, their desires about the course content, about their lives, and so forth. And all of that was made possible through transparency. Takeaway number 2 is the body. The Bell Hooks quote reads, "The point was, we should all respect that he was there to be a mind and not a body." Hooks is referring to a college professor who often came to class with the same outfit on that was not well pressed and so forth, and how students understood that if they were to comment on the way that the professor was dressed, then it would show a level of intellectual lack. This quote comes from a dialogue between Hooks and Ron Schapp with a focus on that mind and body spirit. So within the notion of the mind and body split, an individual is split between their mind and their body. And because of this, at times, more value is placed on one than on the other. So in the case of the professor, the students are aware that there's a lack of value placed on the body of the professor. But Hooks argues that bringing the body into conversations would help shift the power dynamic because it challenges institutional thinking. This is not to say that students should feel okay with commenting on the way that a college professor is dressed or any other instructor, but this is to say that thinking about how the body navigates through the classroom and how it navigates through other spaces is a way to shift the dynamic of institutional thinking and educational practices and power. Which takes us to takeaway number 3. Takeaway number 3 is Podium. The way an instructor moves around the classroom informs the student experience. This is a power dynamic that is reinforced every time the instructor stands behind that podium or stands in front of that class for the entire class or for long durations. Schapp and Hook discuss how when the instructor leaves from behind that podium, they become a body. They become a body and they're not just a mind. This movement around the classroom, this type of navigation of space, has the potential to build genuine relationships and respect because that person is a body now. They are a mind and a body. The Bell Hooks quote reads, "We are all subjects in history. We must return ourselves to a state of embodiment in order to deconstruct the way that power has been traditionally orchestrated in the classroom." As a dancer and an educator, I'm very interested in how the body and its movement helps to shift power. And I hope that you were very interested in this video, so interested that you liked, that you commented, and that you subscribed. That was all 3. See you next week. But in the meantime, stay blessed and spread a good word.